Hi, this is Darren Lyle, and I'm trying my new computer today. So hopefully it's going to work. Hopefully the stream setup is all correct. We'll see. um, I'll see if I can get to the chat here and then see if anybody can let me know if you can actually hear me or see me or anything else. So I hope you're doing well. I had a good weekend because, well, I got my new computer. And let me skip over this. Oh, good. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. All right. Well, then let's move forward here. What I'm going to try today is I want to put this in like a commercial sync type thing. And I have an image of it that'll help with that. That's a little bit clearer and closer. And then I might put in some of these things on the front of the counter. I like the little cabinets here and the little holes in it here for these things. And then once I establish where the sink is going to be right over here, then I'm thinking maybe I put a microwave, or I don't know. We had talked about a hot dog thing or a slushy machine. I'm not sure what, but I don't want to go all too crazy on this counter. That's kind of why I'm putting in a sink, so I don't have to fill up all the space. So let me open up this sink image here. So a little information here about the computer. I got an Acer Predator. It's a laptop, and it's pretty cool. I like it. It seems to go a little bit quicker than my previous computer in terms of, when I go to rendered viewport here. Seems to move a little quicker. Let me turn this on right there. But with what I'm able to do here with this computer is to turn on GPU compute, and then I'm able to go into user preferences and turn on the CUDA here for my GeForce GTX card. So I'm doing a little bit of GPU rendering for this, and it goes so much faster. So I'm happy about this. Now, I haven't tried, well, let me tell you about my 2.8 adventure here while I do this. So I'm going to work on this thing right here. And I'm going to put it right over here, I think. So over the weekend, as I put all the things on my computer that I needed, I thought, well, I'll try 2.8, Blender 2.8. And I did, and I got it on. But the problem is I can't seem to open up any files that were previously in another version, like 2.79 or whatever we have now. And I tried importing, I tried FBX, I tried OBJ, I tried just about everything, and I just couldn't get it to work. So, in fact, there just wasn't any geometry at all. I mean, I'd open up the scene and there was just nothing there. I'm able to create new things, but I can't open anything that I've been previously working on. And so I decided I just wouldn't worry about it quite yet. So because I don't want to begin all this over again, and I'm sure with new updates we'll be able to open up previous versions. So I'll wait. So we're here with 2.79. I hope that's okay. I tried, I really did, but just didn't work for me. So anyway, we are here working on the sink. And you know what? I've still got a new computer. It's still cool. Um, actually, I don't want to do it like this, do I? I want to... Well, actually, this will work. I can do it like this. I was going to say I got to talking and didn't think about what I was doing here. Let me actually so I'm just going to move this in like this, and maybe you can see I'm having troubles. Well, not troubles, but I'm having fun with my new keyboard trying to figure out where all the keys are. So anyway, so how are you guys? Let me see how you're doing. Making cleaning easier for all employees. I like that. Let's see. I'm going to just move this out like this. So I think what I want to do is then just grab these edges here and... Oh, I did it again. That's where the Alt key used to be. This is going to be fun, isn't it? So I'm going to extrude and I'm going to scale out. And you know, I should probably flip the normals. So let me do that. Did that do it? I can't tell. I don't think that did it. Let me try that again. So Control N, right? Make them inside. There we go. That's what we need. All right. So now I just really need to take this right here and move it back. I'm just kind of blocking this whole thing out right here. Kind of like this. There we go. So that's just the beginnings of the sink here. Let me grab this edge here and move this. I got the Alt key. I didn't do the Windows key. Let me see here. Alt, Shift Alt. Here we go. Is that right? Okay. And I'll move that. Yeah, no, something's going on there. Let me try that again. Alt. What did I do? Oh, I see. That's why I'm... Okay. Let me try this. Yeah, that's what I want. And then I just want this one right there to be added to it. And I want to move this in. Okay. All right. So there's the beginning of our sink. I just need to create this kind of edge here. So I think what I'm going to do is move everything down pretty low. Grab this edge here. Extrude. Pull it down. And scale it out just a smidge like that. Just for now. And then I need this thing. It looks like if I'm going to do that thing, then I need to grab this and move it in like that. And I may even need to bring these in just a bit so I have a little bit of room and bring those in. Okay, so now let's try and add something like, yeah, I think this will work right here. And then just grab that edge and move it back, right, like this. Look at that. Then, if I just grab this loop of faces, and if I extrude up, now I want to scale that in. Let me see. How would I do that? If I recall, let's work with individual origins. Let's hit S, Shift, Z, and let's see if we can scale this in. No, it's not quite what I want. All right, that's okay. That's okay. I can work with this. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go back to median point. I'm just going to select that edge and scale it in. And And then I'm going to select this edge and scale it out. Just a smidge like that. Okay. So we got that. Now we need this thing. I think what I'm going to do is bevel the edges instead of using subsurf on this. So let me select this face, move the cursor. I'm not quite as quick as I was with this particular keyboard. It's still fairly new. That's okay. I mean, I'll get there. Shift A, cube. Let's get rid of this face on the bottom once again. Let's scale it in and put it down in place. Here we go. All right. So maybe it's about that tall. Yeah. And let's move this out to about like this. It looks like we could probably, nope, don't do that. We could probably select this face and scale in just a smidge, like so. Okay. Now, these things. They're a little different than in my picture from the convenience store. I may go back to that other image once I get this, once I start working on these, because I like the flat handle a little better. So I may wait on that. But for this, for the actual sync thing here, let's go with 16. Let's go with no cap fill. And let's try and put this in place now. Okay. Save. All right, I'm just scrolling through and seeing what everybody's saying out here. Darren, what was the hardest model you ever modeled? Wow. I'd have to think about that. Well, that is an interesting question. I did the hardest single model or the hardest project modeling? Because the hardest project modeling, I think, for me was I was working for, or was doing some work for Marquette University here in town, and they have a virtual reality department or whatever in their engineering program, and they needed, or they wanted a how do I put it? They wanted to recreate a temple in Syria that ISIS had destroyed, and it was like a 3,000-year-old temple, and we recreated the interior. We recreated the entire thing, and you could actually, and then we had to use information from the history department and archaeological digs to recreate the interior of it, and the walls and the paintings on the walls and everything. It was really cool, but it was a very hard thing to do. Do you know what I mean? And I think because everybody there knew so much more about it than I did, you know, so I was really not qualified to know if what I was doing was actually correct. But we did it. You could, they have it there. They have a big virtual or augmented reality room that has, you put on glasses and then you hold these things and you move you know, you can walk into the room and everything's being projected on 3 walls and the floor, and it's really amazing to, you know, move through it like that. So that was pretty cool. So there, I hope that, I don't know, I hope that answers your question. I am going to try this again, and what I'm going to do is use a path instead of a cylinder. I think that would be better. I'm going to try this. R, what do I want? R, I want Y. RY90. There we go. And I'll move this up. Let me change to global and move this. Oh, you know, I never turned on the screen display. I'm sorry. Let me do that. Okay, so now, how tall is this? Does this need to be, I wonder? Let me see. So maybe it needs to be about that tall. So this can go down into there. And then up here, we could begin extruding. So I think what I'm going to do is extrude and then move up and over, and then extrude and move over and down. Let's see if this works. Kind of need a little bit more like this. Let's try this. And then it's going to need to go down one more, isn't it? Extrude, and let's take this down like this. There we go. So that looks pretty good. Now let's take that and go to the Paths panel, full, drag on the depth. There we go. Resolution. Let's try 2. Preview, we can take down to like 2 or 3. Let's try that. Yeah, that's beginning to look pretty good. I could probably increase the resolution, or I could add a subdivision surface modifier on it, either one. You know, the resolution isn't really what we need, is it? It's more this. Yeah, so about 5. That looks pretty good. It looks a little bit thin. Let's increase the depth. Maybe like that. Maybe a little more. There we go. And then we need to convert it to polygons. So we can, what is that? Alt-C? I don't remember. I'm going to have to go look. Convert to, yes, Alt-C. Mesh from curve. Let's do that. Now we've got polygons. And we should be able to, let me just grab these here and delete them. And then let's grab, oh, I did it again. Dang it. That Windows key is where the Alt key used to be. All right. Move it out. And move it down. Okay, so we got that. Okay. We need this thing here. Let's do this. So maybe something like this. And then I want to flatten it just a bit. So maybe S and Z. I want it to be more flat. And then let's take this thing and move it back just a little bit like this. Very small amount. All right, so now we can take this guy and we can just extrude it out. You know what we could also do, if I hit enter or extrude and enter, we can come over here to that shrink tool, shrink, fatten, and bring that out a bit. That's kind of what that's for, I think. And then we could grab these. Let's move them down a hair like that. And then I just want to extrude up into there so we don't ever see up into there. I don't think we ever would, but just in case. Alt M. Where is Alt? Over here. There it is. Still learning this keyboard. Okay. All right, I think we're doing pretty good. We've got that taken care of now. Although I don't really like how much of a... Yikes. Oh, no. What did I do? Oh, I turned it into... There we go. Let's try this again. There we go. It is interesting what you have to do with a new keyboard, you know, the things you have to learn and everything. Because I've been using that other one for so long, maybe like 3 years. So I'll do this. Okay. Now, as I said, for these things, I'll need to open up a new picture. Oh, while I'm here, let's go ahead and bevel some of this stuff. I kind of want to bevel this, probably the interior of this, right? Well, let's go ahead and work on that for now. Bevel, Control B. Pull those out. Scroll the mouse wheel. Something like that. Like that. How many do I have? I've got 2. All right. I think that'll work. We could have done more inside. Oh, and you know what I needed? Let me undo this. You know what I needed is I needed this big curve here. So let's do that first, and then think about the bevels on the other ones. So let's do this first. Let's pull this out like that, and then let's just increase the number of segments over here. So how's that? All right, yeah, that kind of works. Are we going to be able to, if we smooth that? Whoa. No, I selected the wrong thing. Smooth. Okay, I think that'll work once we smooth it. Good. All right, so now the interior has probably got a bigger curve than the top, so let's work on this. I'm going to pull that out like this, maybe. All right, yep. Then let's work on this now. And so sometimes the order of the bevel matters. You know what I should do too? Okay, I'm going to undo this one and maybe the last one there, because I don't think it was a problem for these. I think these worked okay, but I'm going to press Control A and rotation and scale and apply the transforms. And I think that'll help these be a little bit more even, if that's what we call it. All right, so there's that. Yeah, okay. That's, I think, helping, yes. Control B. Let's open this up. And I don't need as many here. How about just 3 for this? All right. Now let's smooth it and see where we are. Yeah, see, I think that's going to work out. Okay. Next, bevel. Where else do we want to bevel? How about on the top of these things? Here and here. Let's do those. Control B. And we probably don't need, let's just do 2 here. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of works. And then lastly, do we even need one right here? Of course not, but I'm going to do it anyway. And here we go. Just a little bit right there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's smooth it, see how it works. Not bad. I've got, this is kind of collapsing over here, and in fact, you know what I could do? You know what? Why not we try a bevel here? And you're thinking, what? Why would he do that? There. Yeah, see, that's a nice finish there. And then, you know, what we could also do is we could also, what if I just selected these to here? So this to that, this, so I'm pressing Control to select the edges between the two that I'm choosing there. And then can we do a little bit of beveling here? Is this just ridiculous? Probably. Let's try it. You know what? It kind of works. Why not? Okay. So for this here, this is kind of curved out here. Do I want that? Do I care about that? Do I need that? Yeah, why not? Let's just take these two and I will expand them out, S and Y, like so. And then let's apply the rotation and scale. And let's try and bevel all of these at the same time and see what happens. Or no, I should do this first. I should do the top first, because that's going to get in the way if I don't do that first. So let's do that first. Yeah, okay. And then let's try, oops, I didn't want to do that. Now let's try these. Like that. I'm not sure that this will work, but why wouldn't we try? You know? Yeah, let's try that and let's smooth it. Look at that. Thing of beauty. Kind of. Then we could also, while we're here, this guy. Yeah. And maybe these guys? I don't know. I'm just going crazy with the bevel. There, let's try that. Yeah, why not? Okay, so now let's go to that other image. I'm going to go to that other image and see what I can find. Where was that? Ah, which one was it? Let's see. This one. Here. This is one I like. This right here. See how it's got this kind of flat? Kind of like that. It's kind of pixelated, but that's okay. We can make it work. And it doesn't, oh, I guess it does have a thing there. It's got two pieces here where we've got only one here. That's okay. That won't hurt us. I don't think anyone will complain. Okay, so let's now work on this. So if I took, I'm going to take this point and move the cursor to it because I want it to I'll work on this side first. Cylinder. Whoa, really? Let's try a cylinder. There we go. 16 sides? Sure. It seems a little much, but okay. Let's try it. There we go. And I'll move this over. There we go. So that's about how big that is, maybe. Maybe a little bit bigger. Something like this. There we go. Now, let's just extrude this up to get that thing. Scale it in. It's pretty tall, isn't it? Let's go like that. I'll just make it all one piece. Maybe it'll be easier. Like that. And then this part, let's say, scale it out a bit. Bring that up. Is that about right? Maybe something like this. There we go. I'm going to give it a little bit of a top to it, and then okay. Now, so we've got that. Now let's do the little flat part coming out of it. So it'd be something like this, maybe. This here would come out. Let's try this. I'm going to go to the front view. Yeah. Now, so I'm going to go like this. It almost looks like it gets a little smaller before it gets bigger. I don't know. And then actually I'm going to do that again. And then I want to extrude up from here. Like this. Like this. And then, what I could do, I suppose, let's grab these guys and just move them around a bit, like this. Maybe. Not sure. I feel like this could be a little bit longer. And then, since I'm trying not to use a subdivision surface modifier, I think what I'm going to do is try tiny little edges here. I'm going to try this. It may be a little crazy. Try this. Oops. Okay. So I've got those selected. Oh, I want to apply the rotation and scale. Got those selected. I'm going to press Control B and let's try this. Is this just crazy? Well, it's not terrible. I think the problem that I'm having with it is that this part is too tall. I think I made this, just that part, too tall, you know? So what I can do, let's try this. Okay, I'm just going to select the whole thing. Fine. Let's deselect these. Can we do that? Okay. Well, let's scale these down a bit. Maybe like that. Not loving it, but you know what? It's okay because it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it's going to be, whoa, that's not going to work. Wrong. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong keys because they're all in the wrong place. I wonder if I can grab these at all. Or if it's just going to look, well, yeah, it's not going to, that's not going to work. Then what I could do, I guess, is, no, don't do that. How about this? Maybe I could just drag this whole thing up just a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Now, how'd we do? Well, not terrible. Okay. So if I smooth it, we get that ugliness. That's okay. There's, I don't know if I really want to deal too much with that. Actually, it might kind of work once we put a metal material on that. I'm going to test one thing real quick. Nope, can't do it. Okay. Can't do it. All right, so what I'm going to do is let's duplicate it. Let's mirror it in the Y. And then enter. And then let's move it over. It's kind of ugly, but it'll work. Kind of like me. Oh, there you go. All right. So I think what I want to do is maybe put a material on it and see how it works, you know? Oh, I want to go over here. Okay. So I don't know if I need a drain in there. I don't know if we're ever going to see down into there. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. Let's go to our rendered view here, like this. And I might grab that light and move it over. Let me grab this and move it down. Let's grab that light and move it over. This is just a temp thing, just so we can see what we're doing. All right, so maybe I should select everything and join it all together just so we can put one material on the whole thing. And oops, since I mirrored this, this is going to be an issue. We've got normals flipped. Control N, there we go. Okay. So I'll go to rendered viewport shading. Oh, I also need a node editor window here, don't I? Let me bring this over. And let's put a material on it, kind of a shiny material. How about we call this Sync Metal. Let's try that. And let's get rid of this one. Bring in the old principled. And let's take a look at this. So we could do a little bit more of a gray, a metallic, roughness down, maybe a little bit of anisotropic, how would you pronounce that? Looks like it could be a little lighter, maybe, something like that. Roughness down to 0.1. Let's try that. Yeah, actually that little weirdness on the handles doesn't really bother me too much. Let's take the metallic to 0.6. No, I kind of like it up to 0.7. All right. Something like that. Yeah, let's try 0.5 or point here. Yeah, okay. There we have it, a sink. So, kind of works with the other things in there. All right. The edges, the corners here aren't as rounded as in the photograph, but I think that'll be okay. All right. So, what to do for the next thing? We should probably do something like I don't know. I'm thinking a microwave. I think I've got an image of a microwave in here somewhere here. This is like one of those, you know, kind that you'd see in a convenience store. Let me save and let me see what's happening out here. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Glad you could join us. Would you maybe think of doing a Discord? I know about this much about that. So I haven't really done any research on that. And I don't know, that wouldn't that limit the amount of people who could join in? I mean, here on YouTube, you just have, you know, if you want to join, you can join. I don't know. What are the pros and cons, I guess, is what I'm wondering. Let me turn on wire here. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Darren, is the project going to be realistic or be game oriented? It's going to be animation oriented. This project is so there'll be cartoony-ish characters in this pseudo realistic, you know, place. So it's more of an animation than a game at this point in time. So yeah, let me work on the cons. They sell your data over at Discord. What? What do you mean by that, Mr. Jasper, if I may be so bold? I'm curious. Let me start on this thing. Let me, what do I want to do? Well, I'll go ahead and move the cursor here. And let's start with the cube over here. Okay. So let's see. If you were a microwave, how big would you be? About like that. I mean, yeah, so if we went like this, and went like this, and took this guy, moved it in a bit, like that, that feels like the size of a microwave, like, right? Like one of the ones here. And then want to leave room for the little feet here. Yeah, something like this. Then, now how much am I going to work on this? It seems to me like what I should do is move this in, and then this here and that should be its own, well, I was going to say should be its own thing, own object. The door should be its own object, because that's a whole other thing, isn't it? So, okay, all right, so maybe I should have a plan of attack here. What I should do is add an edge loop here, and then think. I'm like poo. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to edge split this, and then, so, no. Let me deselect this. Did I still? Okay, so there it is. There. So it's been edge split. I just wanted to do that so that it would be a different object. Don't know if this was a good idea or not, but you never know until you try. I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to go like this, like this. Okay. So there's that. So now this is a whole different thing. And so I'm going to actually select that and split it out as its own object, at least for now, so that I can just grab it and do this. So then I want to go, no. I'm going to go like this. So there's that, and then I can bevel it. I can put one, no, two, there we go. And then I'm just going to select this and just pull that in. Let's see, if I pull it in, should be able to just go like that, right? That's too much in the Z. Should be able to go like that. Okay. So that gives it kind of the, you know, the sense that that's two different parts there, even though they're all one piece. So then what I can do, yeah, okay, so first I'm going to take this and let's get rid of this light. That, what? What did I do? Oh my goodness. So it's been interesting working with a new computer here. It really has. Because you know, you don't know all the keys where they all are quite yet. All right, there we go. Get rid of this. Bring that back. Okay. So I think what I need to do is just select this guy, and I want an indentation like this for the little round thing. Extrude, scale in, And let's scale in the Z here. Okay, there's that. And then there's this. Okay, so there we go. So let me go back out here and see what's going on. Oh, I lost where I was. This isn't going to be for real time per se. I mean, hopefully at some point in time we'll be able to see it in real time with Eevee, but I wasn't able to get the 2.8. I wasn't able to get 2.8 working for me here on my new computer, so I'm back to 2.79. Let's see. Oh, someone just going to Blender from Maya. Well, that's going to be interesting. I went from Blender to Maya and then came back again. But it's certainly doable. The problem that I think some people have coming from Maya to Blender is that there's a different kind of way of thinking about things in Maya that isn't quite the same in Blender. The whole concept of history and what do they call them? Nodes, not nodes, or yeah. Anyway, that whole concept of history isn't really it isn't a thing here in Blender. Let me go like this. Yeah, I had to use Maya for 5 years when I was teaching in college, and it was okay. I mean, I you know, it isn't. It's a good program. It really is. But I like Blender. Okay, so then this thing also has should have an inset here. Let's try this. It looks like it's about the same, doesn't it? It looks like it's right in line with that. Like this. Maybe a little bit more in the Y here. There we go. I'm going to extrude this in just a smidge. There we go. And then I'll bevel it inside here to get those rounded things. Like so. Kind of like that. All right. Now I can begin. No. Doing this and maybe this. Okay. Then I guess what I could do is combine these two again, like that. And then I can take this and this, and this and this. Oh, I guess I could do these two. Doesn't really matter now, I guess. And let's go ahead and do those. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna need a handle and the feet and this thing. Let me do the feet real quick. Let me, I'll move cursor there, create a cylinder. We certainly don't need 16. How about just 8 sides? All we really need is something that just kind of, oh man, I keep hitting that Windows key. There we go. We just need something like that. And then we smooth it. And then we put it underneath there. Let's go to the top view like this. Scale her down. Put one here, let's say. Put one back here. And then these two over here. Something like that. And then, forgot to move them down. Let's go like this. And let's move them down to there. There we go. Feet. Handle and this little thing. I may wait to do this little thing. I'm not real wild about this right now. That's, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, that might not be too hard. What I could do, okay. Let me edge split this out. Now I could take this thing as its own object. Yeah, see? And then split it out as its own object for now. Because I'm going to want to insert some edge loops. Can I insert edge loops here? No, I cannot because I beveled them. See? See what I did? Okay, so I can fix it. Let's split this out. I'm going to split this out as its own object. I know that sounds kind of weird, but now that I've done that, see, I've got this, right? So what I can do is, you know what? Shift H. Let's isolate this completely. And now if I look at it like this, what I can do is knife that. I know you're thinking this is a long way to go, and it is because I didn't wait to do the bevels until the very end. And you're right, it's a long way to go. But that's okay. I'm having fun. Now I can take these two, insert them like that, and then I got to do these, don't I? Or no, I don't. I don't have to. I can do them like this. Yeah. Okay. SY like that. And then I think what I want is, yeah, I want one more here and one more here. I don't really need to do this. I don't know why I'm doing it. But I kind of want like an inset. I kind of want it like to go in to there. So what I'm doing is I'm actually putting a round hole in a square peg kind of thing is what I'm about to do. Cursor just selected. Now I'm going to create a, well, I can create a circle or a cylinder. I'm going to create a cylinder. I need it 8 sides. I'll need a triangle fan cap on it, and that should be good. I need to spin it. I need to delete the back. Actually, I need to delete just about everything on this thing. Like this. So it's just that. I need to delete all of these. I need to combine these now. And you're thinking, what in the world is he doing? I don't blame you. I'm wondering that too. Line it up right there. And then what I'm going to do is, now how big should this be? I think it should probably be about like this, let's say. And then, can I do this like this? Let's try it. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah. Okay, so then if I take all of these, there's like that, I can extrude them back like that. So now I've got a round hole in a square peg kind of thing. It looks like it's backwards. Did I do this backwards? Tell me I didn't. Oh, I did it again. Tell me I didn't do this backwards. I did. I did it backwards. That's why it looks strange. All right. Spin that around. There we go. Boom. Done. Okay, so we've got kind of a round hole in a square peg there. I think that might work. We're going to have to see. And then I'm going to take this thing. This, you do know that this isn't going to work at all. I'm going to go through all this trouble, and this isn't going to work a bit. You do realize that. I'm beginning to realize it. Okay. And let's see. Out like this. There we go. All that just for that? That was dumb, wasn't it? But I wanted it just so it had a little bit of edge in there. But I don't think that's going to work at all. Dang it. Wasted effort. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Wasted effort. I don't like it. Yep. Okay. This happens, and it's okay. At least I'm trying to tell myself it's okay. What I'm going to do is just close this back up. Oh my God, the Alt key is in the wrong place. Can I just hit F? Yeah, I can just hit F to fill that. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to create a round thing with this little thing on it. I was trying to be fancy, and it didn't work. And that's okay. All right, so what I need to do, maybe tomorrow, well, let me put that, I can maybe get this done today. Let's get the handle done today. And then I might save the rest of it for tomorrow, because I'm going to have to get going here. Let's take this, and I'm going to split this in half, like this. And then I'll give it a mirror, and then I'll only have to do things on one side. There we go. Now, let's work on this. And then this, I think I could probably just go like this, maybe. And then go like this. Let's then slide this whole thing out. And I'll just move that in. Move that in, so it's kind of like this. There we go. Something like that. I could probably do a little bit of I guess I could bevel this. Let's do that. And do I want to do these too? Let's do this. Control click. This. There we go. There we go. Something like that. I could delete this and smooth it. Yeah. And then let's apply the mirror, and let's take it back there and put it on the thing. Where is it? There it is. Let's take it over there and put it on. RY90. Yep, that works. Let's get it over here. It looks like, oh, it looks like it's maybe a little bit wider than I thought. That's okay, we can do that. Like that maybe. And then let's put it on over here. There we go. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. Okay. I think that's okay. I think that will work. I feel like this could be a little bit higher. I feel like it's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit higher like that maybe. All right. Where'd my sink go? Is it also over here? Oh, it's over on the wrong. I see, that's why. I'll just put it back over here. There we go. All right, so if I save and then go back to rendered view, and oh, I've got the roof on is why it's so dark. I need to select the roof and hide that, at least for now. And then let's turn on rendered, and there we go. So we've got, I've got to work on the materials for the cups thing and the microwave, but I think we're coming right along actually. And I think that's going to be enough things here. Maybe I could put something in between here, like like the thing for creamer and sugar and things like that, just to kind of fill it out in between here. And maybe a paper towel thing on the wall. But other than that, I think we're probably okay with how many things are here. This is not a, you know, a high-end place. This is a pretty low low quality convenience store, you know. So, all right. Well, I think I'm gonna get going here. So, I hope you guys have uh, a great day, and I hope to see you here tomorrow as we continue on our convenience store. Hopefully, in the near future, I'll do some more work with 2.8 and see if I can get it working. And then I'd love to switch over to that and begin working with that. I'll keep on it. All right. All right. So you guys have a great one, and I will see you tomorrow. Well, take care.